Joe Biden has been diagnosed with aggressive prostate cancer, and the news is as serious as it gets. At age 82, the former president is facing a Gleason score of 9, one of the deadliest indicators in prostate cancer grading. That score means the cancer has already spread beyond the prostate into his bones, raising urgent questions about his health, his future, and what we were told while he was in office. They're calling it hormone sensitive, suggesting it can be managed. But there's been no clear mention of surgery and no straight answers. This isn't just about a man's prostate, it's about how long this has been known and what else may have been hidden. Just last year, Biden's doctor claimed he was fit for duty, but now reports say he didn't recognize George Clooney at a 2024 event, and aides were even discussing using a wheelchair if he won re-election. Were signs of his decline covered up? Joe Biden's cancer diagnosis isn't just medical, it's political, and now the country is demanding answers. Was this just about age and illness or something far deeper? Should this be allowed? Drop your take below.
So, looks like Joe Biden has stage 4 cancer. Apparently today they found out that Joe Biden has prostate cancer, and it's pretty advanced and it has spread all through his bones. I think one of the things that we always talk about is that these high elite people always have access to the medication that us regular people don't have. One of the things that we've been saying for years is that they do have a cure for cancer, right? And one of the comments that I saw on there, it was pretty interesting because they said, oh, well, we do have a treatment for it. He's not going to be cured, but he can be treated. Look, we all know that this man has a lot to do with a lot of the killings that happen overseas, and he's done a lot of wrong in the past. But this can be one of those cases of, you reap what you sow. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens within the next couple months and see what type of medication that they give this man. Is he going to be cured? Like I said, they have access to a lot of the stuff that we don't have. So I'm curious to see what they're going to give him.
I want to talk about Joe Biden for a minute. In light of recent news being diagnosed with an aggressive form of pancreatic cancer, I want us all to put politics aside for just a second. Folks, this is somebody's father. This is somebody's grandfather. This is somebody's husband that is in a fight for his life. Let's not forget, this is the same guy who, when he was first elected senator, lost his wife and his daughter to a tragic car accident. When Joe Biden was vice president, he had to bury his eldest son, who had a fight with glioblastoma, an aggressive form of brain cancer. This is the same man who saved us from the grasp of COVID-19, turned this country around, maybe not at the pace many people might have wanted, but put us in the right trajectory and saved us from the nonsense of the Donald Trump years back in 2020. We had the CHIPS Act, the infrastructure bill, regrowing our alliances with our European partners. We had AUKUS, an alliance between the U.S., the British, and the Australians to strengthen ourselves in Indo-PACOM. A man that helped the people of Ukraine in their war against the Russians. I will admit, the pullout out of Afghanistan wasn't the greatest. Joe Biden's handling of the genocide taking place in Gaza wasn't the greatest. But one thing cannot be argued, in my humble opinion, that this man had good intentions. And he was always doing what he felt like was in America's best interest. And I think that should not be looked down upon or cast asunder. Father Time caught up with Joe, as it will do to all of us. And a lot of the times when we get older, sometimes there's this negligence on our own part to not want to give up what we've been doing. But needless to say, he stepped aside. He gave up power to give Kamala Harris a chance. Wasn't the greatest chance, but it was more than what most men would do. And I think for that and that reason alone, we should applaud him and keep him in our prayers.
You got Joe Biden all over your news feed today, yesterday, the day before. Well, today, he's got an aggressive form of prostate cancer, which is apparently metastasized to the bones. If he was really getting himself checked medically while he was in office, you think they would have found that? Yeah, they would have. But you know, his wife, that little Jilly Jill, she wants to be in the news so badly, she wants to be relevant so badly, that she has just trounced him around like he was a little puppet, trotting him on The View. That was awful. I don't know too many people that would do that to their elders. And a spouse? Come on. This is sad. This is really sad. I think it is complete and total elder abuse. Do you agree with me? Give me some comments. Let me know what you think about this. But this is for entertainment purposes only. But I think it's really sad.
Well, we got some breaking news coming in that Joe Biden, our ex-president of the United States of America, has just been diagnosed with a very aggressive form of prostate cancer. But with that said, no matter how much we disagree politically, as a country, we will keep you in our thoughts and our prayers. To the family of the Biden administration, is that we have a very forgiving God. And if God can forgive you, well then surely Midnight and his followers can show you the same compassion. We will keep you in our thoughts, and we will keep you in our prayers, and we will continue to send love to you and your family, and we will pray all together for a speedy recovery. Godspeed, Mr. President. May you get well soon.
I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I was a nurse, actually, LPN back in the day, but I lost my father-in-law to aggressive prostate cancer. I don't think his number was that high, but Agent Orange from Vietnam. But anyway, so that's where we are. So I feel like this is because of his recent pro-G sideways. It just stirs up extra thoughts. I think normally when the old president dies, we're like, yeah, he's old, like Carter. Like, yeah, it's expected, whatever, but I don't have much thought into it. It's just natural, right? But now I'm like, this is a horrible human being who helped destroy an entire group of people. So while it's sad for the family members, I'm going to have zero sympathy for him. So, because he did a lot of bad things, and he did a lot of bad things very recently, and he could have done the right thing, but he chose to do the wrong thing.
All right, what's up, guys? Breaking news right now. President Biden, Joe Biden, has been diagnosed with aggressive prostate cancer, and they said that it has spread it to his bones. So, you know, Joe's a fighter. So y'all keep the Biden family in your prayers, and President Joe Biden. Let me tell you, at the end of the day, cancer sucks. It really, really sucks. And I don't wish that on anyone, you know. So prayers to him, prayers to his family, prayers to the people that surrounding him, and just at the end of the day, we praying for complete healing. You know, we know that he is up in age, but I still believe that God, you know, can work miracles regardless of what age you are. So let's just keep President Biden in our prayers, you know, and we'll just continue to see his progress, or, you know, we'll continue to see the updates. So keep him in your prayers.
Quick breaking news for you. Former President Joe Biden has been diagnosed with an aggressive form of prostate cancer that has spread to his bones. Now, we don't have too many more details beyond that, but I am going to toss up this statement that came from his personal office just a little while ago. So they say that the diagnosis came in on Friday. This, of course, comes after a nodule was found during Biden's most recent physical. Biden's personal office says that they're reviewing treatment options, and that while it is aggressive, it appears to be, quote, hormone sensitive, which allows for effective management.
Breaking news. Former President Joe Biden has been diagnosed with prostate cancer. It is being said that the cancer is very aggressive and is taking a huge toll on President Biden's body. to the point that the cancer has reached the bones of President Biden. The cancer is at a grade group 5. This is the most aggressive form of prostate cancer there is. The Gleason score is 9. As of right now, President Biden is not hospitalized, but does have a team that is intensively taking care of him at home. We all know that while he was in presidency, we all questioned his health and his mental state given a few situations where he was a little lost. So is this something new, or has it been ongoing for a while and we're just learning about it now? This is a developing story, and I will add that this is very sad news. I have seen what cancer can do to people's body and mental state, as well as the toll it takes on the families. My prayers and thoughts do go to the Biden family, as well as former President Joe Biden. I will keep you guys up to date and informed with anything else that comes out in regards to President Biden's prostate cancer.